welcome back, guys. Welcome back to Save Room Cast episode 4. Drew's back. He doesn't have a fucked up throat anymore. He recovered.
That you know of.
No more juices for him, you know. He's done with the juice bottles. He's done drinking juicy juice, apple juice from the box where you had to poke the hole with the straw. He's done with that one.
I'm on like the twist top now that you gotta like peel each side. They're like plastic little Coke looking bottles. Did you ever drink those?
Oh, dude, yeah. Were they were like barrels?
The barrels, which sucked.
Dude, that was like all I fucking could look forward to as a kid. It was like the sweet thing in the middle of the day during lunch.
Yeah, because the ones I'm talking about, they look like a Coke bottle, and then they got like a little plastic top that you like snap, and then twist.
Will you say that again?
Snap.
Yeah, like that. Snap. No, I don't have any
the
fucking
blue one
idea.
was the shit, and the grape one.
What the fuck are you
if
talking?
You saw it.
Snap, twist. I remember when I was a kid. Oh wait, are you talking about the Kool-Aid ones?
No.
They were like plastic through and through, even like the bottle part, like the bottle opening part.
Oh wait,
that wasn't a fart. It was
the Kool-Aid. Yeah, these.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, those were fucking good, dude. I can fucking take one of those out in a second.
You can buy them on Amazon for $10.
What? They still sell them at the store, dude.
I know.
Oh, okay. The blue ones were good, and the red ones were good. You fuck with grape. He's the same fucking weirdo who gets Henry's grape beer. Or whatever that is.
Hard soda.
It's hard. It's fucking
no
gross.
Nasty beer. But no, it's good.
That's your favorite Henry's flavor?
Yeah, and
there's orange.
The orange is really good, but that was the original that they introduced. It tastes like Sunkist, and this just tastes like Welch's grapes, but it's spiked.
Which tastes like medicine, and nobody likes medicine, even doctors.
I had a really good drink last night. It was like I got it at a convenience store. It's a Smirnoff Ice, but it's like a 24-ounce can, and it was like a strawberry and lemon combo. It was pretty badass. And then they had like a screwdriver version, a lemon lime version, and then like a orange and lemon version. Sounds like shit. I might get screwdriver next. Maybe tonight.
Maybe tonight you're gonna get screwdrivered.
Just pile driver, actually.
Whoa. Isn't that the one where you're like on top of somebody and they're on the edge of the bed or something?
Oh, no, I was just talking about like the actual wrestling move where you like get...
Oh, yeah, I wasn't talking about fucking. I was talking about fucking. That's a move. It's called the pile driver.
Yeah, you just get DP and like
I don't think I've ever been that experimental. I don't think I've ever done anything crazy.
You've never been DP'd, Ronnie?
No, I haven't been DP'd. What does that stand for? It sounds scary. Tell the listeners what DP is.
What can be like different ways? You can have a big old vagina.
Vagina?
Vagina. Yeah. You take one in there and one in the beehole, or like two in the beehole.
The beehole. Oh God.
The fucking pucker.
Oh God. When I first heard the wing place pluckers, that was the first thing I thought of. I was like, puckers?
Pucker is the worst word for a fucking asshole ever.
Like my pucker.
Someone ever said that to me, I would leave immediately.
You would dry up. All your puree would suck back in.
What the fuck you just said?
Ew. I got myself a tissue just for this, and I just don't need it anymore. So I'm going to blow my nose with it because I'm disgusted with you. I'm sick. The napkin was to wipe off the pre.
Oh my God.
I had to explain the joke. Sorry. He didn't get it.
I did.
You're so dense.
Sorry you don't have a good sense of humor.
That's true. Anyway.
Thanks for coming.
Dude, the sound of my pants against my nails.
Ew, clip those motherfuckers.
Yeah, I know, right? They're like that. They're like that girl from the video, like. It's the motherfucking tea. Oh man. Yeah.
It's the motherfucker.
Hello.
God, that was so good. Like the one where she gets in a car wreck, though. That one was.
Oh, dude. What's freaky is that she was looking at the camera for such a long time. Like, that whole vine is like really long.
She's probably just sitting in her car, though.
Well, like it must not have been a vine because it was more than 7 seconds.
I think it's a TikTok. I think.
Is it? Because it's long as shit.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a TikTok.
It's just so long. She needs to look at the fucking road. You all need to look at the road. Stop getting in car crashes. I'm tired of that shit. Please.
Don't be a pussy. FaceTime me and drive, bitch.
Oh my god. We're not going on record as that's not an actual challenge. Please do not initiate the FaceTime challenge. It doesn't exist. Please.
Do it. Even be a little risky and bring your fucking PS Move camera. Bring your fucking TV in there. Put it in the back seat. Turn around while you're driving and just play some PS Move.
What, on the highway?
Yeah.
On country back roads with lots of turns and twists, like you're going up a mountain in Colorado. I can do this. I'm a good driver.
Hit a deer before anything, really.
I was gonna say moo. I was gonna go moo. I was like, that's not a deer sound.
Or a cow.
That's not even a cow noise. Cows don't even make that noise.
Yeah, they do.
They don't.
Yeah, they do.
They don't make that noise.
They moo. Are you kidding me? We've had cows. They moo.
Cow. Okay, then make a cow noise.
Murr.
That's not moo. That's murr.
It's still.
They're like gaslighting you so hard. It's like, of course they moo.
Thanks for having me on the channel. I'm leaving.
That's what does them in, is the moo. The moo that made Drew leave.
Don't do that.
So we had some things to talk about today.
Not really.
I know it's kind of long into the podcast by now. I actually don't even know how long it is, but it's long.
Is it? Is it really? Is it?
Is it?
Is it?
Is it?
Is it?
IZIT. It's a new sponsor that we got. Is it?
Sponsored by Is It?
It's sponsored by Zits. Thanks for ruining my wedding. Is it is giving yourself pimples. It's I zit. Is it? I zit it myself. So what you do is you put is it on your finger and you rub it all over your face. Breaking out in multiple places. Usually what people like to do is they like to put them in the most inconvenient places, like the side of the nose. So when you go to blow your nose, it's in it gets all over your tissue. It's really gross. Wow. When you put it on your eyelid, real inconvenient places.
On your eyelid.
The tip of your dick. Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, but it's really nice because you could always sabotage somebody too.
That's not a zit.
That's I gotta go to the doctor real quick. We just go to the doctor and just like, yeah, I have a pimple on the tip of my dick, like right on the end. He's like, duh. What?
Yeah, we're gonna test you.
We're not to circumcise you, dude.
Oh my god.
So we had some stories we needed to we had to get to. And what was the one I was gonna tell you in the car?
I don't remember because you stopped like 2 words into it. And you're like,
Well, what were the 2 words?
I don't fucking remember.
Oh, come on, bro. Test your memory skills.
No, I got dementia. Thank you.
Hello?
Where am I?
I gotta go. Just like get out, leave.
Oh my god, I'm not supposed to be here.
Jesus Christ. This is how we lose our member of our channel. One of them has dementia. Just walks off. I was telling I'll tell this story I told somebody at work today. So when I was like in 8th, this is so young. I was in like freshman year of high school, like right in the beginning of freshman year.
Yeah.
We were throwing a party at the house, and there was only like 4 or 5 of us. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 of us, and
damn, big old party.
Yeah, big old. What do they call that now? A kickback. So it was a kickback. I'll pull this a little further away from my face. It was a kickback, I guess. We didn't have that cool term for you kids nowadays. So me and my boy Topher had like 3 girls over, and 2 of these girls, let's say one of them was Ashley, and one of them was like Jessica, and the other one was like Caitlin. Random names, don't remember their names. So, don't. So, like, they all came over, and like Topher and I were like, all of us planned to drink, and we were all too young for this shit. And so we're drinking, and so one of the girls was like really against doing anything. She was like, I don't want to drink, I don't want to talk to boys, I don't want these boys trying any moves. And
the 2 boys that are there.
The 2 boys that are there. And the other girls were like, oh my god, Caitlin, you're such like a prude. Let's just have fun tonight. It's a Friday night. And like Topher and I are like talking and whatever, and we're like, man, like I don't know if like the girls are gonna be down to do anything, like, you know, drink or whatever. And then we're like making drinks, and then like we are all drinking together, and like that Caitlin chick just does not want to drink at all. She's like, I don't want to drink, I don't want to party, I don't even know why I came.
Good for her.
So Topher gives me this look like I'm about to take one for the fucking team, and I was like, what? And he just kind of gave me this look like that was a fart, but the fart wasn't the look. So he like looks at me, and I was like, okay. And he just goes up to her dead ass in front of everybody and was like, hey, you ever like kiss a dude before? She was like, no. And then everyone was like, oh my god, you haven't kissed a boy? Oh, he did like the most fucking Rico Suave thing ever, and like brushed her hair back behind her ear, and like she like froze solid. And then like he just like gave her like the most Rico Suave kiss. And then like when he like pulled back from that kiss, her whole face was red, and she was like struck. He was like,
fuck me right now. Fuck me.
And he was like, yo, you want to go in the other room? And I was like, what the? And like her whole personality changed, and she was like, yeah, we should like go in the other room. And they both just left. Just fucking left. Got up and left. Didn't see him for the rest of the night.
Damn.
It's like, he got the fucking Midas touch. What was that? Didn't see him for the rest of the night. Fucking Rico Suave over here. One kiss did him in.
One kiss is all it takes to fall in love with me.
Is Grindr going off on your phone still?
No, I'm in a group chat too.
Will you fucking turn that off?
Oh my god.
Oh my god. I'm about...
leaving.
Go.
Bye.
Okay, leave.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay. Have you ever, like, kissed anybody? And then it just, like, immediately was just, like, went straight to a blowjob?
No.
Okay, jeez. Stop. Don't be so defensive. Just ask.
We just fuck.
We bypass the blowjob. I'll put it straight in his ass. Just one kiss. Just... Okay, fine.
Have you?
No. It's more than that. I don't know what happened in the other room after that.
He got the strap.
He got the strap? She pulled it out of her purse. She pulled like a big old fucking black dildo. All veiny and shit. And she just put it on, and he was like, you know, I haven't done anything before, right? And she was like, you don't have to. It's better that way. And she bent him over. Ended in a fucking sweet old pegging. Good old fashioned pegging.
Peg more.
What is that? Like that's like a logo.
That's a slogan.
Peg more.
Peg more.
It's just you're so nasty. You're so freaky.
There's a song I saw on Tumblr about pegging. It's pretty good.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I think it's on here somewhere. Where do I play it?
We could play 2 seconds of it.
Where is it?
I'm trying to think. What was the other story? There was another story. Ronnie, we can cut this down because I don't fucking remember. What was? Is it? You're gonna play it?
Yo, bitch, that nigga kinda thick. I say he got a booty, dude. He didn't know that shit. Would he be mad if I smacked him on his and I made him clap it back real quick? No, it's not gay, bro. I'm just having fun, bro. I just wanna stick a little pinky in your butt, bro.
Wow, that was a pretty solid rap.
I know. Pretty good.
She's definitely getting big. She's gonna be like Cupcake. Instead of rapping about her own pussy, she's gonna rap about getting that bussy, that bussy, that boy, that boy bussy.
That classy.
God, that clown pussy.
Made that classy clap.
When we say classy, I always think of like the pubes are red, curly hair, like Ronald McDonald. Got off the clits like a button, like red nose, and all around is just painted white. God.
When I imagine a don't Google that either.
No, it's probably just as bad.
It's just a bunch of clowns getting fucked.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh God. There's probably a whole section on Pornhub for that. Just clowns. You just type in clowns. Oh.
They got like balloon art of dildos and stuff.
Like in the background. Oh. I know I was gonna read you my Obama fan fiction.
Mm-hmm.
You want me to read my Obama fan fiction?
Give it to me.
We're playing D&D right now, and oh, you know what? I can do it this way. So playing some D&D. My character is I'm taking a step back and I'm bringing a new character in.
Shit.
Whole new character, Sharok Obama, spelled like SHAROK Obama, but with an H at the end. Sharok instead of Barack. You know, my boy.
Man, that's so clever.
I know it is, but it literally is like it's like a more heroic Barack Obama. So do the voice. No,
Read it in that voice.
No way. Be like so long. There's some parts where like I have quotes though, and I'll do it then. Sharok was born in Hawaii. Oh my God, dude, that fucking pizza killed me.
That was so fucking terrible.
An island to the west. He always had ambitions of leaving the island to explore. The world is vast, and so is the mind. Both must be explored. He once spoke to a man in an alley outside of a market. Soon, everyone came to gather as his speech was so pleasing to the ear. His rhythm and boom resonated with those around him. Soon, the whole market was afoot. A 12-year-old boy realized his calling. End paragraph. As he grew older, he grew wiser and more ambitious. He at times lay back with his fellow wise men and told stories of great ideas he had for change in the world. He spoke often of leading the world of the dark age and into the light. Sharok was eager to step forth into the world. He knew he couldn't do it alone. He met Michaela.
Oh my God.
She was sweet and also very fierce. He loved how interested she was in health, but how determined to support his path to radiance she was. After many fortnights together, yes, fortnight is in there on purpose, they made love. Together they realized love must be shared, and the world can change through love. Shortly after this realization, Shirok met his sweet friend, Biden. Biden was a strong but passive fellow. He knew Shirok was born for greatness, and they wrote petitions, rallied commoners to their local courts, and brought about mild change. But mild isn't hot enough. Like salsa. They decided to team up. The three of them were not satisfied because the fight is never over. The three ran for office, with Shirok leading the way. He wrote notices about his plans and promised amendments to current standards. Michaela baked cookies, cakes, and casseroles for the citizens of the town to bring up their spirits to a full belly. Biden went near and far, getting signatures, and sure enough, Shirok won with flying colors. That year, and every indecision since, he has stood on top without stepping on those beneath him. Now you might ask how this all becomes relevant to our story, the D&D story. Well, about 8 months ago, Shirok ran into Rosie Rocktoes, Elion the Archer, Kakabel the Fierce, and Asterius the Great, our old characters from D&D. Shirok had been receiving mail to his courthouse from Mr. Elion for Mrs. Rocktoes. His curiosity eventually got the best of him and began to read, question, and imagine what it was like to be an adventurer. He was eager to learn more about their journey and how it played out. There were many holes in which he must learn the truth. This had him thinking, maybe I'm thinking too small time. Maybe I can promote change by exploring and actually fight in the darkness firsthand. This struck many more thoughts from within him. Maybe I can meet Mr. Elion and see how things went in his journeys. Surely I can learn how to be a strong mind as well as a strong body. Must see him. I must know. Shirok consulted Michaela. She was kind enough to agree on running the house while Shirok journeyed to Dorma, a town I made up. Biden went along too to protect his beloved best friend. Maybe a little more than best friends. Biden and Shirok entered what was a beautiful town within the woods. Flowers were blooming in the trees, animals frolicking along the path. Soon he came to the town after being escorted by a little plant person that I put in my old campaign. Throwback. The people happened to be very timid and welcoming. These elves were kind, and soon he met Elion. Elion was tending to his parents as he was interrupted by a thrice knock on the door. For context, Elion's parents were dying, and he was kind of helping him out. Elion opened to find Shirok and Biden with eager eyes and open hearts. Shirok was not surprised to see such a kind-hearted man before him. He saw a leader. He saw himself. Dude, I was so in depth with this backstory.
It's stupidly
detailed. It's so unnecessary.
Seems legit.
It does, yeah.
Someone's biography.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Elion, with confusion, let them in. Shirok showed Elion the letters he had been receiving. Elion laughed, and they spoke. Elion told him of his grim tales, the darkness the adventurers defeated, and the destruction that was evaded. Because they basically went to hell, then killed a bunch of demons and shit. But it wasn't hell, it was cooler than that. I'm not gonna use some fucking lame ass fictional place. Shirok was floored by all the stories Elion spoke of. Inspired, Shirok was convinced that the change he had worked for was only a fraction of what could have been done to change the world. He needed to know more. Elion was bored and had no action in several months that he volunteered to take up Shirok as an apprentice. He taught him over the course of the next 3 months how to be a warrior, using hand-to-hand combat, sneaking, blocking, critical thinking on the battlefield, and many more helpful combat skills. Shirok began to learn. Shirok was a natural, of course. He did very well. Biden was not much for sword and shield, but he decided to lay back and enjoy his vacation. Watching his good friend develop from the sidelines, Biden told jokes, and they eventually educated Elion in the ways of politics. They all laughed and grew to be better men. End paragraph. There's like 2 spaces. Elion explained that these adventurers he had been traveling with take no small feats. They run into the fire to black out the sun. They bite off more than they can chew and barely make it out alive. He fears soon they will be but wayward men and women with no leader, no home, and soon death will find them. With the lack of communication from Rosie, Elion is sure of their demise. Elion explained he had sent several birds out to look for his friends, but no return of such sights. A month passed, and word of adventurers who went to an island had circulated. The return of heroes had emerged, and Elion was very excited to hear of a red woman and her companions had returned. The red woman is Kakabel. She was like a demon lady that my wife plays. Shirok stood with glee. He packed his belongings, and Elion said goodbye to Biden and Shirok. The town grew so fondly of them, so much so that they gave them handcrafted armor and weapons as parting gifts. Shirok mounted his horse and headed to the shore, ready for battle. That's the end of that shit.
Oh.
That's so fucking detailed.
Yeah, that is like really legit sounding. What the fuck?
Yeah, I know. It's like, I don't know why I went so deep, but it was I've been wanting to play as like Barack Obama for so long. I mean, Shirok Obama. Whoops. I had
Copyright.
He doesn't own that name. No one owns Jesus Christ.
What's like the campaign gonna be about?
I don't know. I'm not the one who wrote this campaign, so we're playing with a new guy. So my wife has a friend. Her name is Kaylee as well. Makes it complicated sometimes. So we call her K2 sometimes. So K2's boyfriend is the DM.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh my god.
That definitely picked up on the mic.
Yeah.
It was like just as loud as a boy.
Fucking ripple effect. Jesus Christ.
Oh. He's doing a campaign, but he won't tell us about it. He says it's like a big secret. So I just know I wanted to be a Shirok, you know. I think I just wanted to like do something fun. So I was Elion, which was like he was an archer, and he was like real. He was kind of serious, and then like he had like just kind of a reflection of my personality in a lot of ways. A lot less comedy though, mostly just like serious and like really thoughtful and stuff. But like his campaign is over because he like reunited with like the girl he was looking for, which is why they went to hell and stuff. It's not hell. We called it the Seventh Circle, and it was like this abyss campaign. So they went into like what I imagined was like there's a place in RuneScape. I know it's so lame, but there's a place in RuneScape. If you go,
I haven't played that in forever.
what's that main town? It's like Falador or something like that. If it's like,
Don't ask me. I don't remember.
I don't remember either. Varrock. That's it. Varrock. It's like undeniably Varrock. So it's like east or west of Varrock, and there's like this wooden fence, and then you open the wooden fence and you go down this. There's like a crack in the ground, and then you go down with a rope. Basically, that's what I was imagining when they went down. But it's like right outside that village that I was talking about. And then they go down there, and then like he fights like a bunch of shit, or they all fight a bunch of shit. Basically, like it was like inspired from like Demon Souls for the most part. And then so there's like a nexus that I called like the Whitechapel. Then they like all hang out there, and there's like some entities that have been down there since like who knows, like the inception of time. And so like they've been down there like trying to keep like darkness at bay, but then like. You remember the Monumentals in Demon Souls? So basically, like, it was a bunch of monks that were down there. Oh, okay. And, like, all the monks are dead. Only one monk survives. And then, like, Monumentals. It's, like, verbatim that. But then, like, all the one monk basically tells the adventurers who go down there that that if he dies, basically like all the darkness is like let loose, and so like that Whitechapel is keeping it like at bay. That's like the last sacred place that like they have like left down there. So then basically like you have to like activate this big magic circle by like defeating the bosses at like designated areas that like the Nexus kind of takes you to.
Yeah.
And so you'll like activate this big magic circle. Then when you go down there, you basically have to like you have to like fall down into like this like dark abyss place area, and then you have to fight like the last boss, which the last boss took my character's girlfriend basically, and then like that's why Elion went down there. And so then he went down there and like fuck shit up, and then like the whole party goes down there and fuck shit up, and then you make it out alive, and that's what happened basically. But it was really fucking cool. I mean, but like Elion's story is done. He was so serious, and that whole campaign was really serious. And then I made a character right afterwards. She was like a card. She was like a Gambit, like X-Men, like with a card dealer. And so she was one of those, but I just felt kind of bored with her. I felt like she just kept doing. I felt like I was always doing the same stuff. I felt like I was like really constricted by personality. I had to play a female with an English accent, which was like I did it to myself. It was just so hard, and so I had to like really like try to talk, and there was a lot of situations where I felt like I just wasn't able to like speak. And I think I just thought about it for a long time, and I was like, man, I just want to do like a comedy character. Like I want to do a character that's just goofy and I can have fun with, and I'll be able to talk more, but I want a character who's like a leader, because like Kaylee, my wife, her character was like the leader. But now her character left, and now she's a new character, and then that character is like kind of on the back burner. So we don't have like a big leader character. And I wanted like us to have like a big leader character, and I think it'd be fucking funny if it was Barack Obama. Chirac.
Copyright. What's Kaylee's character?
Oh my god, dude. She's she's an Amazonian woman with like a Norwegian accent. It's so funny. Like you gotta ask her later.
Yeah, I'll have to ask
It's so funny. She's like, I can't do it, dude. I'm gonna butcher it, but she's like, just like some crazy Amazonian woman who changes shapes into like animals. So she'll be like a saber-tooth tiger out of nowhere, or she'll be like she was like an elephant. Yeah. Oh god, those fucking book covers were so gross.
Legit terrible.
What was that one with like the blue body? There was like he was like a centaur, but he had like an alien upper body.
I don't remember.
So gross. I never read any of those because the covers were so disgusting.
Yeah, I always looked at the covers but never read the books.
Yeah, I just wanted to see what the new Animorphs were.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a guy turning into a fucking computer. He's like, what?
New gen Animorphs.
Yeah. Oh, I'm an iPhone now.
Yeah,
Touch me.
Fucking drop on you.
Oh my god, yeah. He becomes an iPhone and they fucking drop him. Oh! And then when he morphs back, he's like shattered. Oh fuck! Yeah, all his bones are broken. Yeah. Oh god. Yeah, fuck that.
Poor Steve.
Oh, like the guy. That's his name. I immediately thought of the Blue's Clues guy, and I was like, what happened to him? Is he dead?
I don't know. Is he dead?
I don't know. He might be. I never really watched that show. What was like the super kiddie show that you watched as a kid?
Probably like Comfy Couch.
What the fuck is that?
Like this girl named Molly. She had like this gigantic fucking couch. That's all I remember really, and I remember going to see it live with my parents when I was
live.
Yeah.
What?
When I was like probably 5, maybe. It was after I got out of the hospital because I fell on my head and cracked my skull open.
Oh, that's why you're so stupid.
Yeah, probably.
Nuh-uh.
Came back all fucked up. But yeah, I remember seeing it live.
What a cool thing for your mom to do.
Yeah. It took me because I always loved Comfy Couch. Comfy Couch and Barney.
Oof, I didn't really watch Barney either.
I love Barney. BJ and all that shit.
I do love BJ's, that's for sure.
Yeah, they have great food there. My favorite's probably the spaghetti there.
Yeah, they had the best soda. What were y'all thinking? Come on, y'all. What the
perverts.
Come on, that's not the only thing BJ stands for. Also stands for bussy job. Got him!
You fell for it. Boy.
What were you gonna say?
Boy hole, but like instead of like a H, it's a J.
Boy Joel? Joel. Frijoles.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think as a kid, I know, like, growing up, I didn't really watch any, like, super kiddie shows. I think I wasn't into Barney.
I still got my Barney somewhere in storage.
Yeah, I think my
Like a
sister
little
had,
stuffed
like,
animal.
what was her name? Like, Dada or some shit.
Think so. I don't know. That might be a fucking Teletubby.
Oh, yeah, I think it is.
Dada? Yeah, I think that's the...
TT. TT, PP, poo, poo.
The fucking vacuum cleaner, though.
Oh, yeah, that's like...
Always
It, like, really sounds like that.
ASMR before time.
What was his name? Didn't he have, like, a fucking stupid name, too? It was, like, Sucker or something like that. Like...
Mr. Suckhole.
God, it was like, I think he had like a stupid fucking name too. And they had like they had a baby. They had a baby for a son.
Yeah.
God.
Remind me of like Gerber.
Yeah, it was like a Gerber baby.
Let's see, what's his name? It is... Oh, it's Nunu.
So Poo Poo, TT, Pee Pee, Nunu,
Dipsy, Lala.
Poe.
And then, yeah, or... I think it's Mo.
It's Poe?
Oh, yeah, it's Poe.
I know what I'm talking about. It wasn't the only thing I knew.
Shut up.
I know some other things besides Poe.
Nunu.
There's Schmo. There's Flo from Progressive. She was a Teletubby.
Oh, God. Yeah, look at this bitch.
That's what they really should do. God. He looks real as fuck.
I think he probably was like an actual prop. I mean, he had to be.
Oh, yeah. For some reason, I thought he was like 3D or something.
Yeah, I think they use like all props. Oh my god. Wish I did not see that.
Oh, my God. I think growing up, I felt like I always skipped shit when I was a kid. I think I went straight to like Power Rangers, I think.
I never watched Power Rangers.
Like, I was watching like Power Rangers and like Digimon. I don't think I was really watching like kiddie shows when I was younger. Because like, one, we barely had cable as it was.
Mm-hmm.
So my mom mostly watched like Young and the Restless and stuff, and I had to like sit through Lifetime movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. So I didn't really have Saturday morning TV because I spent it at my dad's, and I didn't have a TV at my dad's. So I think I just kind of skipped it because we didn't really have cartoons until I was older. And it was mostly just whatever was on Cartoon Network.
Yeah,
Like, I didn't even really have Disney at my mom's until my dad got cable. But then, like, when my dad had cable, we could watch Disney, but only, like, in, like, the living room.
Yeah, I always watch stuff like Tom and Jerry and Scooby-Doo. Like, those are
Yeah.
probably my top two.
Oh, yeah, dude. Tom and Jerry's still good.
Yeah, that was good. I like Courage, Angry
Scared.
Beavers.
Still made me... Ugh. Courage can be, like, super creepy.
That's pretty fucked up.
Yeah, like the eggplants. It's just, like, the guy looked...
The little mask cat looking thing.
And I think a lot of my, like, my drawing style is kind of, like, comes from, like, Courage, but it is so gross. Like...
Yeah, I love Courage. I wonder if it's on Hulu.
I think it is, actually.
I might start that tonight.
Just start watching Courage.
Yeah.
Oh, that show just made me so uncomfortable. But I like the music where it's like dum 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 dum. My favorite episodes were like the government ones, where like somehow there was some kind of like government, like with the big general guy.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Uh-oh. That wasn't me.
Oh, fucking pizza.
It was Pizza Hut, man. It always gets me going. Gassy. So, yeah, like there's like the dude, and he's like, "Rawr!" And he has like the big mustache, but he has like no eyes.
Yeah.
He looks like he's from Metal Slug or something.
Yeah.
And they always had like, yeah. They had like the government facility, and then there was like the fucking Asian doctor guy, and he's like,
Yeah, I remember.
He's like, what's up, dude? And yeah, and I don't think he had eyes or something. I feel like a bunch of characters didn't have fucking eyes.
That's racist.
I don't think he had eyes, did he? Like he had just like big eyebrows or something.
I gotta look it up now. It's gonna bug me.
Yeah, like that character. He was mostly just like a scumbag, I think. Those were my favorite though, the government ones, and they would go there and they seemed kind of goofy. They weren't like super fucking creepy. There were some super creepy ones. I just left out. Like, you remember the molesting uncle one? He was like a blonde guy, and he was like, I think he was like a barber, and he wanted to cut Courage. He wanted to like shave his body. It was so creepy. It was just like one big euphemism for a rapey uncle. Oh, and he had the computer that could talk. He would like type things into the computer, and he was like, yeah, Courage was smart because he had fucking Google. And he's like typing in.
Oh yeah, Freaky Fred.
Yes, look at him.
Yeah.
Ugh.
God.
But he, like, Courage had like Google. He had like a little Cortana or something. And he was like,
Oh yeah, up in the attic.
yeah, and he was like, what do eggplants like to eat? And it was like, they're plants, they don't eat. Fuck! Yeah. Oh yeah, that was good. That was so cool. It was like they had a computer like in the attic, but I don't even know if they knew about the computer, right? It was like Courage's computer. Maybe I will watch that again. That is the fucking thing I fucking hated growing up.
But someone actually remade it, and it looks fucking terrifying.
I don't want to see it. That shit fucking freaked me out as a kid.
You're gonna see it if it looks.
He showed me like the fucking 3D one. It's like the 3D Courage enemy. That thing was so fucking gross. It was like some Tombstone episode, and it was so nasty.
Like the designs in that game were so good.
Yeah, that one was over the top. I like that one. Like there wasn't a lot of 3D things when I was younger, anyways. Besides like Mario. Oh, that doesn't look as scary.
Well,
I think the other one's creepier.
Just because of how.
Don't show me another one, you monster.
Ooh.
That thing freaked me out. I don't remember what he was called, but he was creepy.
I don't remember this bitch.
Oh yeah, she was like a spider lady or something.
Yeah, I don't remember her.
Yeah, those. I don't know. I'd still watch like Scooby Doo and stuff. I think Scooby Doo they remade it to be better, or not better, but like to actually have a story now. It was like Mystery Incorporated or something, and it had Shaggy and Velma were like dating. And they actually had like a fucking relationship and everything.
That show is like so fucked up.
Yeah, like Muriel would like. There was always some like people were trying to fuck Muriel and shit. Just kind of weird. She's like a fat old woman.
She thick.
What do you keep saying?
Dummy thick?
Dummy thick?
Yeah, that bitch is dummy thick.
How do you spell dummy? Like Dummy?
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, you kept saying like Dommy thick, like Dommy with like an O,
No.
like Dommy thick.
Well, yeah, you can put some emphasis on it.
Yeah, but I kept thinking it was spelled like.
Damn, bitch.
Can you?
Been busy.
Can you? Well, Drew, maybe people care. What have you been busy with?
Well, I'm getting a house.
Oh, he's a fucking big boy.
Well, I mean, it's a free house.
No, it's a free house. Yeah, how weird is that to tell that story? I mean, you don't have to tell like your sad story, but it's weird to say that you're getting like a free house.
Yeah, like long story short, my grandma passed away, and I'm getting her house because in the will it was like my dad's house to do whatever with, and he asked me if I wanted it, and I was like, yeah, sure. I mean, he's gonna not charge me rent, but I can do like the renovations and stuff, so it'll be like equally expensive because it's paid off. And it needs some love, that's for sure. But
yeah, I mean, for a time it'll be expensive, but like over time, you'd be saving a lot. If I didn't have to spend like a chunk on rent every month, I'd be saving a lot of money.
Yeah, I'll be saving like $1,100 a month now.
I wouldn't know what to do with all that money.
I know. But a lot of it's gonna be like I'm not gonna have like money for a little bit just because I'll be buying new cabinets and new flooring and shit, which I'm actually super hyped for. But yeah, it's gonna be around July-ish, maybe. I gotta break my lease when I literally just signed a lease like a month and a half ago. So that's gonna be like $2,500.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck. Drew's apartment is fucking dope. It's where we recorded some live action stuff there, and
BTS behind the scenes.
behind the scenes. Yeah, here's some behind the scenes. We recorded the Run skit at Drew's apartment, which if y'all watch this a couple years from now, he was only at that apartment for like 2 months. So
I know it sucks because I love it so much there.
It's
On the
such a
third
nice
floor,
area.
like, it's so quiet there. Besides those stupid fucking dogs.
oh yeah, he had like these dogs that every time you fucking pass by, they're like
Yeah, and like once one starts barking, they all start barking, and then they just fucking do like a communal howl. Like it's so fucking annoying. And they do it like 7 in the morning, all the time. But they're not like something you can complain about in the complex because they're not in the complex. Like my apartment's at the very back, so it's a neighborhood wall pretty much, and it's in the backyard. It's 4 fucking fat corgis.
they're corgis.
Yeah.
What the?
Yeah, if you look at my balcony, you can see in there.
I feel like they're
Backyard and see
like
them.
corgis wouldn't be so loud, but I guess so.
I don't fucking know, but
They're
they're
so
annoying.
they're cute. But they have like their legs are so small.
I want a corgi. Like I want a fucking German Shepherd mix. Oh,
A corgi shepherd mix. I
Yeah.
feel kind of bad. Who's the one getting fucked? Because that doesn't really work.
no, they're literally like a German Shepherd, but like fucking a corgi sized body. They got the big old melon and everything.
What the fuck?
There's some on Pet Finder I found, and like I want one so bad.
Adult pet finder.
Yeah, Pet Finder.
Uh,
Because I will be getting a dog, or probably 2, honestly. Because I can't have one. I'll feel bad. But-
really? You feel bad like spoiling one? You need 2, so they like keep each
They have
other
a
company.
friend while I'm gone. Yeah. Like,
Hmm.
I don't want it to be lonely. I've never liked having like just one pet.
Are you gonna kennel train it first?
No.
Train them, or are you gonna just have them out?
Have them out. I mean,
It's so crazy.
like Boomer and all them. They
Are you
all-
adopting, or are you like?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like, I feel like.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna go with some Shih Tzus because I love that breed so much, and I know it so well. I mean, that's what I was raised with. Boomer was fucking 21 when he died, so yeah. I was
Holy
1.
shit!
Yeah.
He was 21.
Yeah. And he was like in great health until the day we put him down. Like that morning, we just knew, and that was it. Like he was fine the whole night prior and everything, and yeah.
Wild.
That dog was fantastic. Paid $250 for him back in the day at a flea market, and he was like super deformed, had crooked paws, like a crooked face and stuff.
What the?
Had like hip dysplasia, back problems, got bit by a fucking copperhead in the face. Like that dog was a tank.
Why'd y'all buy him?
My
Like,
mom-
what?
this was like way back when, like at a flea market. My
Right, but like,
mom's-
what was your mom's like thought process on buying like a deformed dog?
No, because he wasn't like that. He grew up like that. Like as a puppy, when we bought him, he was like maybe 4 months old, and he was like a little ball of fluff and super cute. Even had like a pacifier in his mouth.
Okay, so wait. I think you kind of told the story weird. You bought him at a flea market for $250.
Yeah.
Over time, he became a tank.
Over time, he grew up deformed. Like you didn't see
Okay,
his
like the
deformity.
way you told that story was like you bought him at the flea market with fucking like broken legs and then like
No, he
deformed
grew up
snout.
deformed.
Okay, yeah, like he okay,
Yeah, he
like he grew up deformed. We bought him for $250. Like he was discounted because he was deformed. That's how I heard that.
no $250, not $250.
Yeah, okay, I got
But
you.
no, like he was the last one there.
What would that 50 cents fucking do?
No. Buy a fucking greenie or something for their other dogs. But yeah, he's really cool. My mom named him because there's a kid running around like the fucking little flea market area, like saying boomerang and shit. And she's like, Boomer.
Weird.
But yeah, she talked my
cute.
dad into buying him, and she cried to him. He was the last one, and yeah.
He ended up lasting a real long time. He was a good boy.
100% the best dog ever. Like, he knew how to sit, speak, potty train, like, fucking sit up.
Damn.
He was so good.
He sounds like a good boy. I mean, as if I hadn't met Boomer. I've met Boomer, but
Yeah.
it's just sad when dogs die, man. It takes a part of you. Here comes the somber part of the podcast. You want to click away? Fucking don't. But
How long have we been going anyway?
like 50 minutes or so.
Okay.
But like when a dog goes, it's like so fucking sad. Man, like I had Serena for 14 years, man. And like I had to like
grow apart. Was that like you grow together? And
oh sure,
like,
dude.
it's just
What's fucked up is like I
hard
feel
to
like
part.
dogs are there for like the really heavy shit that you go through. Like I went through some shit I'm not gonna talk about, but like I went through some really fucked up shit growing up, and like consistent like negative shit kept happening to me.
Yeah, same.
I guess I'm not gonna get into it. I'll fucking cry, and y'all don't need to know that shit. Y'all don't need to be crying on this fucking podcast. But I went through some heavy shit growing up. Consistently, me as a person, I go through a lot of heavy shit.
Yeah.
And you too. And you know, I like when I had my dog Serena, man, I went to her like all the time and was like, hey, like I'm just gonna talk to you. I know you don't hear me, but like I don't have a fucking friend, so here I go. And I would just like vent to her like this and this happened today. You know, I got my ass beat. You know, I got pushed around at school. You know, I had this one kid beat my ass at school. Blah blah. Or like, you know, when it started getting a little closer to home, you know, I had to tell my dog about that. I was like, you know, I don't know what to do. Where do I go? What's going on? And then
like a mini counselor.
yeah, it really felt like that, and I just felt like so sad because I felt like she knew. She's like she would like get closer and like give me more loving and stuff, and then like over the course of the years, man, like ever since that time period, she would like sleep with me all the time. She would like go to my room and like sleep in my room, and like she would like always like sit at the foot of my bed and stuff. And I don't know, it just felt like she was like kind of there for me. And then when she went, like so sad because I felt like she kind of knew where she had like a place. Like I eventually moved out when I was like 19, I think, or 20. No, I moved out when I was 20. So I moved out when I was 20, and then like it was just it's fucking sad, you know. Like I left, and then Serena was still alive, and then she ended up like feeling like she kind of took the comfort from my mom. Like my mom didn't have us kids at the house anymore, and she kind of like was there for my mom.
Yeah.
Until my mom kind of had like steady ground, and then she passed away. It seemed like she kind of served her purpose, you know. In some way. Yeah, you know. There's that new movie coming out, like A Dog's Journey, and it's like the reincarnations of the same dog spirit. And it's just like he's like, I've been many places, but I always do the same thing. I'm always there for my like my master or whatever. It's so sad. Yeah, like I didn't see it,
watching
but
that shit.
yeah, it looked heavy. There was like it's basically like these dogs that are just like it was like a golden retriever, and it was like
one of those.
all this other shit, you know, all these other dogs, like a what do you call it, the floppy eared one, you know,
like a basset hound,
something like that. Yeah. And like they're there for like all these dogs or all these masters, and it's just like the same dog over and over. Is it the rain? Fuck. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that was. Oh, that's the rain. Weird. It's like coming down in spurts all day. It's been coming down in spurts. So like the dogs, like I don't know, man, they kind of serve their purpose with you, you know. That's why they call it man's best friend, but for sure, like they're there for you, man. When I got Frodo, my current pug, I knew that even though it would be a struggle, I needed like a friend like all the time who was always there, who like, you know, is some like dogs are like so willing to give you love. They're so willing to like be there and like cuddle with you and stuff like that, you know, granted if the dog is treated well and stuff. And
yeah, of course,
Frodo like had helped so much of my depression, like helped me out a lot, and the anxiety like spiked having to like take care of him and like teach him how to pee and poop properly. But now that he's like a off of what you
Good
call
boy.
a fucking good boy. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
He pees and poops just fine. Doesn't go in the house at all. You can just open up the door and he'll go outside after a couple of seconds for sure. But he lays underneath the blanket just like a person, puts his head on a pillow just like a person.
Yeah, I know.
And not because he acts like a person that I treat him so well or that he's so good to me, but like he's a fucking good boy. He's like there for you, and he's like so loving. And they really help,
Yeah, they do. Like, they're literally a companion.
Yeah, seriously, like coming home and like after a shit day, and then like you come home to your dog who's fucking stoked to see you. Doesn't have any idea what happened beyond that door when you open it. No idea.
Switch.
Yeah, it's like for me, oh yeah. When I come home and I see Frodo and he's like so excited to see me, almost nothing makes me feel that good.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, thanks, bud. I love you too. Like, he's just stoked to see me. Maybe because he's ready to go and like he's excited to be out. But I keep my dog on the bed. He's not like, I can trust him to like not eat wires or eat the carpet or whatever. I just leave him on my bed and then I come back and he's right there.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And he's just ready to go. You know, so much respect and love. You know, good boy. I love him.
Good old Frito.
Good old Frito. Sometimes he does fucking smell like Fritos for some reason. Sometimes I'll like smell Frodo, and then I think that you call him Frito, and I'm like, oh, you know what? He does fucking kind of smell like a Frito sometimes.
I just call him Frito because it's stupid.
It's a stupid name.
Yeah. Not because he smells like him.
Yeah, I don't know. You know what? We ended it on a sad note. So,
No head?
What? You want some? Can I get some head?
Have
What?
you ever seen that Vine? He's like, no head?
No,
Oh my
what? Does he ask like, is that it? That's it? Then literally?
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck? To end on like a happier note, let's make up a story. Like, you say a sentence, and then I'll say a sentence to play off of it. Maybe we're teasing at a future podcast.
Good old teaser.
Yeah, listen to Weezer. It doesn't have to rhyme.
There once was an old woman.
Who birthed a lollipop baby.
And then one day she dropped the baby and it shattered.
Oh, shit. She started licking the floor and got a little hair in her mouth.
The hair was actually from the baby. And she scooped a piece under the fridge on accident.
Just like the ice when it overflows and you know it fell on the ground from your cup and you're like, fucking, you kick it underneath the fridge.
Oh, that's a part of it?
Yeah.
Shit. Oh, God. Dude, fucking... So after that event, the grandma got a dog.
Then he looked into his grandma's eyes and said, I'm gonna be your hero, baby. It's up to you now.
This is so hard. Like, I can't think of shit on the spot. The grandma was like, oh, well, I'm probably about to fall. Will you catch me?
Hell yeah, baby. And he puts a fucking red cape on. And while he's putting the cape on, the grandma does actually fall and die.
And actually, the grandma shatters into pieces because she was a lollipop as well.
Holy shit! Full circle. Oh shit. The dog loses all of his superhero ability for just a second and completely just goes full dog and instinctually sees food on the ground and just eats the grandma. Is there more to that? Like,
Is that the end of that story?
yeah, that sounds like that's the end of that one. All right, there you go. There's a teaser for the next one. All right.
It
Well,
was a mess.
yeah, that was a fucking mess. We were pretty up and down with this podcast, but join us next time when we're really feeling it. You know, really,
We really have a topic.
Well, we really have a topic, and we're not just, meeting on a random Saturday just to record a podcast. I guess I'll cut this part out, or maybe I won't. Okay.
Huh?
I love you.
I don't. Bye.